Hey, everybody. It's the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm Aaron Maté, sitting in for Jimmy here with Americans comedian Kurt Metzger. And QAnon was a conspiracy theory that posits, among other things, that Donald Trump is facing down a shadowy cabal of the deep state and Democratic Party operatives who are also secretly pedophiles, and many other theories like that. And among the people who spread some QAnon stuff was Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was a member of Congress from the Republican Party. And she was recently asked about this on Fox News.
After you were elected, that was raw politics. But in fairness, didn't you also say around that period that you had been a follower of QAnon conspiracy theories and you had rethought this and you were no longer influenced by the group?
Well, like a lot of people today, I had easily gotten sucked into some things I'd seen on the internet, but that was dealt with quickly early on. I never campaigned on those things. That was not something I believed in. That's not what I ran for Congress on. So those are so far in the past.
All right. You tweeted, I guess in late December.
So that's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
What things? They never tell you the thing. Which specific QAnon things? Because I always hear QAnon, and I just hear it applied to every single thing.
Yes. That
is like counter narrative.
It's a broad term. I mean, there was that belief that Trump was taking on pedophiles inside the deep state.
A bit far-fetched.
But yeah, no, it's true. A lot of things are called QAnon that are not. But here's Marjorie Taylor Greene renouncing QAnon, saying that she got sucked in by some misleading information, some propaganda on the internet, and she's renouncing it. She's taking responsibility. And this led to some headlines like this from Rolling Stone. Marjorie Taylor Greene, member of Congress, blames the internet for her past QAnon beliefs.
So you guys agree?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, they put it in the internet.
Where else did she get it?
All they do is print about how dangerous Russiagate was, the dangers of the internet.
Well, yes. Speaking of which, so Russiagate was the conspiracy theory that Donald Trump is controlled by Vladimir Putin through compromise, including a P-tape, and that Russian memes and trolls had brainwashed millions of Americans, and that Russia was punting bounties on U.S. troops in Afghanistan, and that Russia was using microwave weapons to injure American diplomats, on and on and on. And this was not just on a small fringe of the internet and a couple of members of Congress. This was pretty much the entire Democratic Party and all their allies in media on CNN, MSNBC, the New York Times, Washington Post, across the media spectrum. And I haven't seen anybody from BlueAnon renounce their beliefs like Marjorie Taylor Greene did for QAnon. And just as a reminder for how widespread this was, here's a sampling of how pervasive BlueAnon was.
Voters in America should decide who our president is, not Vladimir Putin.
The Russians offered help. The campaign accepted.
She had a hard time getting that out.
She only said Pluton. Happy Schwanz.
The Russians gave help, and the president made full use of that help. And that is pretty damning.
I believe he knows he's an illegitimate president.
The bottom line of this dossier, the bottom line allegation, the point of this is they colluded. They helped. They were in on it.
Wait.
Why does Vladimir
that dossier is a Steele dossier?
Yes.
That's the P-tape one.
Yes.
So she was trying to take it away from the focus of the P-tape. Why would I still, when it came out that was maybe a thing, here's why I didn't believe it, that, they had this compromising P-tape. How would you possibly be able to blackmail Trump with something as lame as he went and saw a P show in Russia? Do you think, you don't have only the most demented upper class dipstick could actually think that would affect. That's the kind of people that think Russian memes would affect the vote.
Exactly. And that's the kind of people who wrote up these conspiracy theories and spread them to BlueAnon adherents like the entire corporate media.
I'm wearing my blue jacket for BlueAnon.
Have on President Trump.
And they've also decided who they want to see become president of the United States, too, and it's not me.
Secondly, I found out that Vladimir Putin doesn't want me to be president.
We need to make it very clear, whether it's Russia, China, Iran, or anybody else.
This election, that Russia has been involved, China has been involved to some degree, and now we learn that Iran is involved.
As 17 of our intelligence agencies have confirmed.
17 intelligence agencies said
50 national security officials who served in Republican information in administration have said that Donald is unfit to be the commander-in-chief.
There are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan.
You mean the laptop is now another Russia hoax?
And that's exactly what.
Is this where you're going?
This is
where he's going.
Well, we know.
I mean, it's a cult. They blame everything that makes them look bad on Russia without exception. And even though every single time they've been debunked, they don't relent.
Also, I'm just blown away by, first of all, how it was already bad enough when it's like you're not supposed to vote because you expect to get anything. You're supposed to vote because you hate this other side so much. That's how voting has worked for quite some time. And now it's even beyond that. It's not even because you hate the guy on the other party in your country. You're supposed to vote against a guy that you hate in another country right. where you don't fucking live and that doesn't affect you.
Yeah, who is the mastermind of everything.
Oh,
yeah,
I was going to vote for Trump, but I just can't stand the thought of Putin liking it.
That this whole smear on Joe Biden comes from the Kremlin.
I don't understand why this president is unwilling to take on Putin when he's actually paying bounties to kill American soldiers in Afghanistan.
When Russia puts bounties on the heads of our soldiers in Afghanistan.
Obama said that too.
Russia has bounties.
Blue Anon's a big tent. Everybody's in it.
Wow. Well, I think Obama is deliberately jumping in on, because that's okay. I mean, I'm a bunch of people must have said this, like, weren't they already killing American troops? Why would they need bounties?
Exactly. Yeah.
They'll do it for free is why it's good to use those guys for your ops.
Absolutely. The U.S. is occupying their country and they've been fighting them for 2 decades, but they need Russian money as incentive to kill.
No, thanks, Russia. I don't do it for the money.
Is on the heads
of American soldiers.
There are several factors that contributed to the low to moderate confidence in the judgment, including the difficulty of.
So there it is. That's a sampling of Blue Anon, and none of these people, these elite politicians, elite pundits, have ever renounced Blue Anon the way Marjorie Taylor Greene just did for QAnon.
Well, it's still an active cult.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. It's still going.
It's still going on strong.
Everybody, we're doing live stand-up comedy in Los Angeles in January and February in Los Angeles. And then we're going to Tempe, Palm Springs, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Nashville. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets and become a premium member while you're there.